Welcome to Business English for Success. Have you ever noticed why some professionals appear to transition into higher roles with such ease, while others, despite their dedication, find their career progression reaching a plateau for an extended period?
That is a frequent observation, Emma. In many cases, the distinction is not found in the volume of tasks completed, but in how effectively an individual presents their contributions to the organization. Sustainable career growth is often the result of purposeful communication and aligning your goals with the company's vision.
So true, Victor. Today, we are focusing on how to refine your professional vocabulary to create a foundation for long-term development. We are not promising immediate changes. Instead, we will explore how to demonstrate your preparedness for expanded roles through 3 practical workplace scenarios.
We have structured this session to help you manage new initiatives, establish clear professional standards, and contribute meaningfully during discussions. Before we conclude, we will share a structured approach to sharing your accomplishments in a way that senior management finds truly valuable.
I am Emma, and this is Victor. Let's begin our focus on building a purposeful and professional career path. Let's look at our first situation, taking the initiative. In a busy office, many individuals wait for their manager to assign them tasks. However, those who move toward career growth often look for ways to contribute before they are requested to do so.
That is a great point, Emma. But there is a specific way to do this. If you simply say, "I want more work," it might sound like you were seeking unnecessary attention. Instead, we use a strategy called professional alignment. This means you identify a project that benefits the department and offer your support based on your existing skills.
Exactly. Instead of "give me more," we say, "I can support this." For example, if there is a new marketing campaign, you could offer to coordinate the weekly updates. This shows you are thinking with a leadership mindset.
Now, let's listen to a conversation between Chloe and her manager, David. Chloe wants to take on a specialized role in a new digital project. Notice how she connects her request to the team's goals.
Good morning, David. Do you have a moment to discuss the upcoming regional project?
Hello, Chloe. Yes, I was just reviewing the initial plan. What are your thoughts?
I noticed that the project requires significant coordination between the creative and technical teams. Since I have experience working with both departments, I would like to offer my support in managing the communication flow for this phase.
That would be very helpful. We do need someone to ensure everyone is on the same page. How would you balance this with your current tasks?
I have organized my current schedule to allow 5 hours a week for this coordination. My goal is to ensure the project remains on track while maintaining the quality of my regular work.
I appreciate your initiative, Chloe. It shows you are ready to take on more responsibility. Let's discuss the specific details in our next meeting.
Victor, did you notice the phrases Chloe used? She didn't say, "I want a promotion, so give me this project." That would be too direct and might feel less than professional.
Quite right, Emma. A less effective way would be to say, "I find my current work repetitive and need something new." That sounds less positive. Chloe used, "I would like to offer my support," which focuses on helping the team succeed. It is a very sophisticated way to demonstrate your readiness for advancement.
Now, it is your turn to practice. Let's try 2 key phrases from this situation. First, listen and repeat. I would like to offer my support in managing this project.
Now, try it with a bit more confidence. I would like to offer my support in managing this project.
Excellent. Let's try the second one. My goal is to ensure the project remains on track.
My goal is to ensure the project remains on track.
Great job! Using the word goal shows that you are results-oriented. Taking initiative is the first step, but as you take on more work, you will face another situation. What do you do when you are assigned many minor tasks that might distract you from your primary objectives?
That is exactly what we will cover in the next situation. We will learn how to maintain professional focus without sounding unhelpful. This is a vital skill for anyone moving toward a higher role. Let's move to situation 2.
Now, let's look further. Sometimes the person requesting assistance is not just a close teammate, but someone with more seniority. The need to maintain your professional focus is much higher here, as is the importance of your overall performance.
Exactly, Emma. Many professionals worry that declining a request from a senior colleague might impact their career path. But in reality, senior leaders value individuals who manage their time with precision. If you accept a task and it affects your ability to deliver your main objectives at a high standard, that impacts your professional reputation.
Instead of focusing on saying no, we focus on a commitment to quality. We show that our primary responsibility is to the outcomes that create the most value for the organization.
Let's listen to a conversation between Maya and a senior lead, Robert. Robert is asking Maya to assist with data entry for a presentation. Notice how Maya maintains her professional standing while keeping her focus on her primary project.
Good afternoon, Robert. How can I assist you?
Hi, Maya. I'm working on a tight schedule. I need someone to double-check these data sheets for the afternoon meeting. It's quite urgent. Can you take a look at them now?
I understand the importance of the timing, Robert. I certainly want to ensure our department's data is accurate. However, I am currently in the final review stage of the client proposal due in 2 hours. This document is my primary responsibility for today.
I see. It's just that this meeting is significant for the team.
I agree. The meeting is important. To ensure I provide the level of quality you require, I can look at your sheets immediately after I submit this proposal at 3 p.m. Alternatively, perhaps we can check if the junior analyst has the capacity for an immediate review right now?
You're right, Maya. That proposal is the priority. I'll check with the junior analyst first. Thanks for being clear about your schedule.
Thank you for understanding, Robert. I'm looking forward to the results of your meeting later.
Victor, that was a more complex situation. Maya was very firm, but also very helpful.
Yes, she was. Did you notice she used the phrase, "my primary responsibility"? This is an effective way to remind others of your core professional focus.
It is much more effective than saying, I have too much work or I am overwhelmed. Those phrases can sound less than ideal in a professional setting. Maya's words showed she was protecting the quality of her output.
And by offering an alternative solution, mentioning the junior analyst or a later time, she showed that she still cares about the team's collective success. That is a clear sign of leadership potential.
Let's practice 2 professional phrases for these situations. First, listen and repeat. This project is my primary responsibility for today.
Speak with a steady voice. This project is my primary responsibility for today.
Second, practice how to offer a professional alternative. I can look at this immediately after I finish my current task.
I can look at this immediately after I finish my current task.
Well done. You are learning to speak with clarity and professional authority. You have learned to protect your focus. Now you have the time to produce exceptional results. But how do you ensure that your contributions are recognized by those who facilitate career advancement?
That brings us to our final and perhaps most significant situation, contributing effectively in high-level meetings. We will show you how to share ideas that demonstrate your strategic thinking. This is how you transition from being a team member to a recognized leader. Let's move to situation 3.
Now we arrive at a highly significant situation, the high-level meeting. This is often where your professional progression is recognized. It's not just about being present, it's about how your contributions are perceived by those in leadership roles.
You're right, Emma. Many individuals feel they should remain quiet unless they have a perfect answer. But in a fast-paced environment, silence can be misinterpreted as a lack of engagement. The key is not to have every answer, but to provide a perspective that adds value to the collective goal.
Instead of simply agreeing with every point, we use a technique called insightful contribution. This involves acknowledging a point made by a colleague and adding a practical layer to it. It demonstrates that you are listening and thinking one step ahead.
Let's observe a conversation in a boardroom. Leah is a senior manager, and Simon is a professional looking to transition into a leadership role. The team is discussing an adjustment in a project timeline. Watch how Simon handles a direct inquiry from Leah.
Simon, the latest data indicates we might miss the launch date by a week. From your perspective, should we reduce the testing phase to remain on schedule?
That is a valid inquiry, Leah. Reducing the testing phase would certainly assist us in meeting the original date. However, based on our previous project, I believe that maintaining our quality standards is essential for long-term client trust.
I agree on quality, but the timeline is also a priority. What do you suggest?
I recommend we reallocate our internal resources to focus only on the critical testing paths for the next 48 hours. This allows us to maintain our standards while minimizing any delay. I am happy to coordinate this effort to ensure we remain as close to the timeline as possible.
That is a practical approach, Simon. It addresses both our quality and the timeline. Please take the lead on that and update me tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Leah. I will ensure the team is aligned and focused on these priorities immediately.
Victor, that was an excellent demonstration of professional presence. Simon didn't just say, "No, we cannot skip testing."
Exactly. A common oversight is to become too defensive or to simply agree with senior management due to the circumstances. If she had said, "I am not sure, it is up to your decision," she would have missed her opportunity to show leadership readiness.
By saying, "I recommend we reallocate our internal resources," she provided a collaborative solution. She showed she understood the business needs, both time and quality. This is how you demonstrate that you are ready for a higher level of responsibility. Now, let's practice the language of a leader. First, I recommend we reallocate our internal resources to focus on critical paths.
Speak with confidence. I recommend we reallocate our internal resources to focus on critical paths.
Second, this allows us to maintain our standards while minimizing the delay.
This allows us to maintain our standards while minimizing the delay.
Excellent. These phrases show you are a problem solver, focused on professional results. We have covered taking initiative, maintaining professional focus, and contributing in meetings. These are the 3 pillars of career advancement. But we have one more essential element for you. As we promised, we are going to share the power summary method. This is the final step to ensuring your contributions are documented and recognized by the organization.
Let's move to the final recap and learn how to conclude your week like a true professional.
We have traveled through 3 very different but essential situations today. Victor, if you had to share one professional mindset for career growth from our discussion, what would it be?
I believe it is the transition from being a task-focused individual to a solution provider. Whether you are taking initiative, protecting your quality of work, or contributing in a meeting, your language should always reflect a commitment to the team's collective goals.
That is so true. My favorite takeaway is that professional focus is not about saying no, but about ensuring that your primary responsibilities receive the excellence they deserve.
Before we move to the final practice, we want to hear from you. Have you ever faced a situation where you had to choose between a minor task and a major project? How did you communicate that choice? Please share your experience in the comments. We can all learn from each other's professional journeys.
Now, let's internalize these professional phrases. We will practice the most effective sentences from today's session. I will read the phrase slowly, and then Victor will repeat it with natural workplace intonation. Please speak out loud after each turn. I would like to offer my support in managing the communication flow.
I would like to offer my support in managing the communication flow.
Well done. Let's try the next one. My goal is to ensure the project remains on track.
My goal is to ensure the project remains on track.
Good. Keep that steady pace.
This document is my primary responsibility for today.
This document is my primary responsibility for today.
Nice. Now, moving on to our fourth phrase. I recommend we reallocate our internal resources to focus on critical paths.
I recommend we reallocate our internal resources to focus on critical paths.
Stay focused. One last phrase to go. This allows us to maintain our standards while minimizing the delay.
This allows us to maintain our standards while minimizing the delay.
Excellent work. You have now completed the practice for today.
Career growth is not a single event. It is a series of consistent and professional choices in how you interact with others every day.
Use these phrases with confidence and observe how the professional environment responds to your presence. Thank you for spending your time with us at Business English for Success.
If you found this session helpful, feel free to share it with a colleague who is also on a path toward development. We look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we will explore how to manage constructive feedback like a professional.
Goodbye for now, and keep moving forward.
Goodbye, everyone.